Let's Chat is brought to you by the CARICOM Business Network.
Good evening, sir. Welcome to the show.
A pleasant good afternoon to you, Trevor. Always a blessing to be in your company.
Oh, come on. That's a lot. It's a pleasure, sir. The feeling is mutual. How are you doing this evening?
A little bit tired. Had a rough day at work, but you know, the show must go on.
Of course. I totally share that sentiment. It's been a very difficult day for me too. But like I said, show must go on. And we do this not just for the glitz and glamour, but we want to bring updates to you, our viewers. We've just coming off of the cricket streaming, the South Florida Softball Association, which we streamed live. It was an experience. It was the first time we actually streamed an event live on the network. There was a little bit of hiccups there, but at the end of the day, we got through it. Just want to give a quick shout out to Anubasio and the rest of the team down here in Florida. It was phenomenal. Did you get a chance to take a look at the cricket, Mr. Lake?
Well, that was streaming the same time my program was live, so I couldn't have seen much, but I did actually take a peek of it after I came off the air.
Right. Yeah, that was kind of one of the trouble we had. Where the network is growing. Mr. Lake's a prominent figure on the network. His show airs every Sunday from 1 to 3. And I know, Mr. Lake, let's talk about your show a little bit. I do have it under good notice that you might be thinking about some expansion.
Well, you know, like everything, there's always room for improvement. And thanks to you and your arduous support, that we were able to take it to the next level. You know, and collaborating with you is a blessing in disguise. You know,
Thank you, sir. You'll make me blush live.
I am ever so thankful for the fact that it was always my dream and desire to revert back to television. I was in television in the New York region, that is some 20 plus years ago. And then, but of course, Indian Maritime has been on the air for 36 years and growing.
Wow, yeah.
Now, what we have done here, we have morphed from radio into simultaneous broadcasting, radio and television at the same time. And you know what? You know what's phenomenal is the feedback that I have been getting, that the broadcast quality in YouTube is superb, is second to none. You know, I've looked at it myself. I've gotten critics from Guyana, positive criticism, right? Of course, there are some little nicks that we have to smooth out, which both of us did last night.
Right.
So, you know, it's fully interactive now. You know, some people expressed the dismay that they could not have interacted with me when they are viewing me on YouTube. Well, you can do so now, because at the bottom below the screen, there's a comment box. You can type in there. The challenge is when you're viewing it on your widescreen TV at home, you will have to go with your remote and type in your comments there. But I would be able to access your comments instantaneously, and I'll respond, just like Facebook. You know, so that in itself is a huge positive step forward, because it's all about interactivity.
Yes. That is so true. And you can always call the show. You have your live phone number here. They can call in and be live on air.
Absolutely. I normally get calls from all parts of the world. As a matter of fact, I've got some prominent singers from India who have expressed their desire to come on and do interviews with me. I've done so during the Facebook, the old ghetto way. I'm saying that now. It's not the best thing to do. You never cross the bridge you cross. But enhancement is what drives the boat to the shore. You know, take it across the finish line. And yes, I've got good things in the in the pocket, to release the time conveniently.
Fantastic. So, Mr. Lake, we're going to touch back on that, but I do have another guest standing by all the way from Georgetown, Guyana. He's going to be hopping on here now. He's going to give us all the updates on the Mahaica Meadows, that project that's coming along beautifully out there in Guyana. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please go ahead and welcome to the show, Mr. Joe Jaglall. Good evening, Joe.
Good evening, Trevor, and good evening, my dear brother, Nick Singh. How are you doing today, both of you?
Mr. Joe, can you do me a favor? We're getting a feedback from the computer and the audio. By any chance, do you have a headset standing by? Or slow the volume down on your laptop, because we can hear you loud and clear.
I am not sure what is going on. Can you
Just
hear
slow
me
the volume
now?
down
Slow the volume down, and that'll take care
on
of
your
it.
computer, and you're good to go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear
Loud
you,
and
but the
clear.
feedback's there.
It's just like I cannot hear either of you, though. And Trevor, I'm getting a big feedback on yours also. Like
Any
I'm
chance you got a headphone?
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. How about I come on now?
No, it's not gonna help. You need an earpiece, a headphone.
Oh.
Yeah, it worked the last time, but this time it's a lot more echo. I guess being all the way out there in Guyana too might have played a role in that.
Well, let me ask this question:
Yeah,
do you happen to have
here.
your cell phone on at the same time? If
No,
your
my
cell,
cell phone is off.
cell phone
This
is
is on
off,
a computer.
let me see if I can regulate it here. How about now?
Can you hear me here?
Yeah, we can hear you loud. Now it's a lot better.
A lot better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, this is better now. Awesome.
All right, cool. So welcome to the show, Joe. How's Guyana?
Thank you. Guyana, as of yesterday, we've now been getting sunshine. For the past 4 or 5 days, it's major flooding, major flooding. And I thought we're not going to see any kites for Easter. But as of yesterday, the sun came out with a force, and it is wonderful. I'm in Mahaica at the Mahaica Meadows, the project,
Okay.
Unity Junction. That's where we're at. So I'll be here at least for the next 1 month. And then we're heading to Orlando, where we will be launching Mahaica Meadows for the first time in Orlando. And Trevor, you're playing a big part in that. We were in the New York last year, October 25th, and we had a wonderful response from people, and they were able to, people flew in from Washington and Miami just to purchase slots. So as soon as we get back from Orlando on June the 13th, then we're heading back to Guyana for the International Building Expo. Before I continue, though, that little mishap threw me off a little, but I want to say hello to our brother Lake Persaud, Indian Melody Times. I've listened to you many times, my friend, and I've had a pleasure hearing you and your wonderful voice on your program too. So it is good to be on with both of you, noble gentlemen, tonight.
Thank you very kindly.
Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure to have you, man. Especially all the way out in Guyana. I know you're busy down there, getting all the projects and everything together. So tell me this. Let's switch gears real quick. Easter in Guyana. I haven't experienced that in like forever. Tell us how was the Easter over there in Guyana?
I may not give you the exact representation of what it is, because the whole day, Easter Day, I was in the office. And even though many, all the employees are gone, but I have things to get done. But based on all the reviews that I've seen, the seawall was packed. The biggest beach in Guyana is the 63 Beach.
Mhm.
Right.
And I heard it was chaotic. a time when people will be flying kites and enjoying. Right here at the Unity Beach, we just passed by there, and you have to walk at least maybe 1 mile, park your cars and walk, get in there. People, and our brother Lake will know this too, Guyana and Guyanese, we've been the most tolerant of within the society of each other, of our beliefs, of our ethnic upbringing, and all those things. And I remember in my village, Hindu, Muslim, and Christians will celebrate all religions.
Absolutely.
And somebody told me that there's one part in Guyana where Chagwa is the biggest celebration within our Afro brothers. And we know us in the Caribbean, I came from the Caribbean, there's never a young boy without a kite. So it was amazing. It was amazing indeed.
Easter is something that we all are accustomed to. It's in our heritage, you know. A young child not having the enjoyment of flying a kite is missing. You know.
Yes.
You know, here is something. You take so much time making the kite and you know, putting on all the bells and whistles, only to find out as soon as you sail it up, then it get tangled up or it fall in some trench, and that's the end of the game, and you keep going. But you know what? That's part of the fun.
True.
Very
Remember-
true. Very true.
Yep, I remember growing up. You can't compare those experiences. Like Easter over here, Padua, like you said, it's a different experience in Guyana. That will never change. And I know the Guyanese government is always making things better. I know that it's a different experience from when I grew up to now, and I can't wait to go back. I gotta pick a holiday to go down there and celebrate and get that exposure all over again.
Well,
I think
holidays
it's a
in
new
Guyana,
now.
holidays in Guyana in its whole subscribe to something called nostalgia, right?
Right.
It's something that you look forward to. So much in fact that I believe Guyana has too many holidays now. You know,
It is a lot.
That's
Yes.
just my personal opinion. Huh?
That is true.
Right. So Joe, there's gonna be a park in the Mahaica Meadows area, correct?
Yes. So just to give people who are listening to us for the first time, Mahaica Meadows is the largest privately owned real estate conglomerate in Guyana, the largest.
Wow.
Basically, when I say we're building a city, we are building a city. 35 acres of commercial that will have gas stations, super center, shopping mall, restaurants, medical building, banquet facilities, and Mahaica Meadows head office. Then we're having a row of townhouses just for rental purposes. We have 3 gated areas totaling over 410 homes. Then we have 1 ungated area, 293 homes, and 30 acres of industrial lots, 2.5 miles long. And all the amenities that we're having in there, there's so much to talk about right now. But I should say, and let my brother Lake know, that we've got people all around the world who have bought into Mahaica Meadows. In less than 2 years, we've already sold half
Wow.
of the over 700 lots already. Then we have 37 model homes. Some of them are behind me, all around in this office, and on our website, mahaicameadows.com, all the model homes are there. And this is why we want to give people in Orlando an opportunity that they can ask questions and they can see whether this is a fit for them. And nobody have to buy. But we are coming to Orlando to give people the option, and we're going to have one of the biggest incentives in Orlando for people to purchase. Along with, if they say to us that they have heard me on CARICOM Business Network with Trevor, they're going to have an added incentive
Awesome.
when they purchase.
Wow, wow,
Awesome.
that's good.
Fantastic.
That's good.
Now,
That's keeping the business in the family, if you may say that.
super important question. Are they allowed to fly kite in the grounds there at the park come Easter time next year or whenever we open?
Oh, yes. You asked me that question. I apologize, brother. So we have two green spaces that we have put out for the residents of Mahika Meadows. In the gated side, it's 4 acres of green space. Whatever the government and the residents want, whether it is a cricket ground, it is a football field, whatever it is, that will go on that green space.
Nice.
Then on the ungated side, we have 7 acres of green space that we have put aside for as an open field. It will be fenced and everything. It will be taken care by us, Mahika Meadows. The grass will be cut and all that for the residents. And then also, Lake, you got to know this. We are having 5 acres of a water park, something like a mini splashment.
Yes.
So people from Berbice don't have to drive all the way to the other end. For a small fee, they can come and enjoy it right here and enjoy the whole day and head back home. So these are already in the picture and in the plan to get done. Currently, we are building the model homes, and 27 model homes we will be building. These are huge model homes, but any one of our homes, any one of our lots, you can put a home that is 2,500 square feet all the way to 6,000. Or we have 3 bungalow style, which is 1,800 square feet, and the smallest lot is 52 feet wide. Our gated lots are 74 feet wide.
Wow.
So, yes, I implore people to join us if you can. 5959 West Kilometer Drive. And we are there on the 13th of June. You need to register to get your seats reserved. And you can do that at mahikameadows.com. We're going to have refreshments for everybody. Be there for 12 o'clock. 1 hour presentation from 1 to 2, and then we give you from 2 to 4 to answer your questions. You got to get out of there at 4 o'clock. But we are there to answer as much questions as possible. Mahika Meadows is 2 things I believe in: real estate. I've been a real estate broker for the longest while, and Guyana. And this is a good fit for me, and one of the things that I will always tell people, and people have seen this when I deal with people around the world at Mahika Meadows, that I like to treat people the way I want them to be treated.
Yes.
That's the way I was taught by my parents, right? And that's why people appreciate when I do a lot of the videos and explain to them the dynamics. Tomorrow morning at 9:35, I'm on the radio, 89.5 RGI in Guyana every Wednesday. And the feedback people appreciate because, Lake is in New York. He wants to buy. He hasn't come to Guyana yet in the longest while. What is it that will give him a feel of what Mahika Meadows is? If we don't let them know, give them drone footage, show them little videos as to what's happening, what our timeline is, and what are the costs of land. And when we look at it, for example, there was one I pulled today on the East Coast, asking 55 by 100 gated lot. They're asking $55 million. Our gated lot, Trevor and Lake, the highest price and much bigger than that is only $25 million.
Wow.
That's a drastic
Wow.
change there.
Now, if we are to convert that into US dollars, what's the equivalence?
It will be just over 100 and something. I'm going to tell you right now. 25. And we're using an exchange of 210.
Mm-hmm.
$119,000. And that's the highest cost of our lot. The lowest cost is $10.5 million for a 52 by 100.
Wow.
Now,
Super-
for our listening audience, you are talking here about the land with the house, right?
No, this is the land alone.
The land alone. Great, because I
Yes.
want to make sure people understand that very
Right.
clearly.
This is for you, and I'm glad you asked that question. This is for the land alone, as I'm going to show you. In fact, it is $57 million, what I told you guys earlier.
Mhm.
This is on Facebook, everybody. Land for sale, Republic Gardens, $57 million. And then there's another one, a house and a lot. And I don't want to call the company's name because they are a good company, but it's in Providence. A house and land is 1.1 million US dollars.
Mhm.
When we compare the same size of house and what we're offering, it's about $500,000 US dollar.
500,000.
So
Right.
in building our house to lake, all the 37 model homes we have, they're sold by square footage. And it's 22,500 Guyana dollars per square foot.
Mhm.
And each one of these homes, you can change the interior design that is right there. You can change the interior design at no extra cost.
Mhm.
So somebody, you're able to have a custom built home without paying a custom built.
So two things comes to mind. I mean,
Sure.
if someone is interested, they will ask the question surrounding funding. Well, they could cash out in New York or in Canada and come to into Guyana and do a swap, or
Yes.
do you offer financing?
Yes. So like we at Mahaika Meadows do not offer financing because we're not in that business, but we have relationships with GBTI
Okay,
and Demerara Bank.
good.
And many of our clients have gone to them and they're already approved because we do have an evaluation of the land that they require also, they're approved. Then when we're starting to build, our builder, it's a Canadian company, Juries Engineering and Construction. So when they are ready, so they have their land and they have time to choose which model of the home they want to put on their land. And once they choose that, then they are able to, they have their transport, they have the land, they're able to get a loan for their house. But I wanted to bring in something else here, Nick, and you would like this. We offer people the option. You don't have to build with us.
Mm.
If you have a credible builder, and we have a North American builder who's here now, who's building some of the people's homes, will be building. You have a credible builder, bring them to us. They will have to go through our guidelines, their insurance, and every other thing. And their design has to be approved by us. They can build your home for you.
But you will specify the conformities.
Yes, because I always use it this way. And we don't want you to build a nice house and a man come build a fall next.
Right,
Right? So it must maintain, like you said, yes, conformities must be there. So,
Now, I know with Guyana being one of the world's fastest growing economies, it's attracting people from all across the world, right? Are Guyanese being given preference over other citizens from other countries?
in fact, I don't think we have to give preference because I'll be honest with you, Lay. Majority of the buyers are Guyanese.
Okay.
People like you and me who know that our neighbors drink dairy here,
Mhm.
and we want to come back. We build wealth in North America, so we want to look at the option of owning something back in Guyana so we can relive our childhood dreams. I find, because I'm in sales, a lot of that is. Then I also find that young entrepreneurs in Guyana are buying lots, and because they're getting mortgage and they can afford it. Then I also find, to answer your question, there's some Trinidadians who have been working on the rigs, the oil rigs,
Yes, sir.
and they have bought too because they want to make sure when they're out there, their families are secured in a gated community.
Yes.
Then I had people from West End who were buying from us last year at Building Expo, and I asked the question, hey bro, you are on the other side. Why are you buying there at Mahika Meadows?
That's like me. I'm
Two
from
reasons.
SDM. I'm from SDM.
Yeah, two reasons they say: price and the location. Because of the new highway that they're building from Sheriff Street to the Unity Junction here,
Hmm.
it will reduce the time to get to Georgetown to about a half an hour. Right now, it's an hour and more, right? Because the congestion is there. This new highway is on the railway embankment going down.
Hmm.
And the highway ends in our project on a roundabout.
Hmm.
So this is the first time in Guyana that a roundabout, one of the entrance exit, goes into a private real estate companies, which is Mahika Meadows. It
There
normally
is
connects all roads. One of it is ours.
a misnomer that the area in Mahika, people resonate with the fact that there was a huge flood at one time,
Mhm.
and there could be some concerns as to the level of the land and if it's a
Yes.
possibility to sustain flooding again. So someone may
Okay.
ask, why would I want to go and invest in an area that was once flooded? Chances are it may happen again. What's your take
Right.
on that?
So I love that. I thank you for bringing up that question. So the land, our land is right, not on the sea side of the road, on the other side. And here's what the developer is doing. We will control the water in Mahika Meadows in the entire subdivision. We're having underground drainage and we're having open drains. But at the end, where the water exits the project, there's two huge pumps that we'll have.
Mhm.
Times like flooded, like last week, it will be pushing the water out, and we're going to be having a backflow stopper on it that doesn't allow water to come in. The only water that will come in is from above the rain. So because water is not allowed to come in anymore, because on each side, all around, there's a high dam with a 10-foot concrete fence. So which would not allow any flooding to come from outside. And that is a decision we made early, because when I go and we visited some of the gated communities, and we've seen that the backyard is flooded because the drainage system is not adequate enough to push that water out. It's all level.
Who will
And we
spearhead
made
your drainage and irrigation program? So
the
that's
drainage
critical.
and irrigation is done by the company in Canada, but the infrastructure work, the sizing, for example, the government tells us um, 24 by 36 is the size. The owners of this project said, no, he wants it 36 by 48. And when we had directors meeting and we cost it out, and we said, listen, there's going to be a lot of cost for that. He said, no, he wants to pay the cost now and avoid the burden later on. Here's another thing, Lake.
Mhm.
Our electrical system in the entire 276 acres are all underground wiring, just like in New York,
Right.
places in New York, Florida, Canada, all underground. The only pole somebody see in front of their house is for the lighting, and those are all solar.
Mhm.
Now, it costs us 3 times the amount of money We brought in engineers from North America, sat with GPL, through meetings after meetings, and it's finally, everything has been approved since last year. Sometime in July last year, it's approved for us to be able to do that. And they are looking forward for this project because nothing of crisscross Chow Mein wires all over making it look
Spaghetti
crazy.
is the term. Spaghetti is the term.
Spaghetti, yes. So I hope that answers the question.
Guyana offers a tropical climate and high biodiversity and a slow-paced environment. So people who have retired, they are being encouraged to go and repatriate into their motherland for the last phase of their lives.
Yes.
So the question that I'm leading up to is security, right?
Yes.
Crime and security continues to be something that requires much talk about.
Right.
What does Mahaica Meadow have in its planning phases to cater for guaranteed security? Well, crime is anywhere. You can't guard against that. You can never tell who will commit a crime, but
Right.
you can always take preventive measures, right?
Right.
And security is in that direction. What do you have to
Right.
offer in that respect?
So we give people the option of either buying in the ungated side or the gated side. Either the ungated or the gated, we have our own perimeter fencing for Mahaica Meadow. But to answer your question more specifically, the security is offered more so on the gated side, and it's 24 hours. We have 3 gated communities. Each one will have 2 entrance and exit. And each one of these houses in the entrance exit, it will be manned by 2 to 3 people 24 hours. And if Lake is coming to see me and I do not leave a message with them,
You have to announce your
leaving
arrival,
it
yes.
with me, there's no way of Lake getting in there. That's the first thing. The second thing, there's going to be patrolling in the gated because Lake people are going to be paying an HOA fee, both on the gated and ungated side. But the gated is 15,000 Guyana dollars, which is like 75 US, and the ungated is $30, $30 US. What that gives them, you take care of the road, the drainage, the landscaping in front of your home, and pick up your garbage once a week. That's for the ungated. What extra they get on the gated? 24-hour security, manned security in the gated and patrol.
And that costing is per month, right?
Costing per month, $75 per month, yes.
Now let's talk the vetting process, right? Anyone, I think we lost.
No, we didn't lost it. I put up a flyer here.
Okay. Anyone with some money or who can source the funding can come and invest in Mahaica Meadows.
Yes.
But you should, and I hope you do have a very diligent vetting process so that, you do not attract anyone who may not subscribe to a peaceful environment or what may I say, a non-crime environment.
So, and I'm trying to use the right words to explain this, that the vetting process, there are limitations to it. We have rules and regulations and guidelines as to, in their contract, as to things they can do and not do.
Right.
At the same time, just like in the United States or in Canada, the vetting process, you cannot know whether your neighbor is an unscrupulous guy or not. But we're just hoping that, and all that I see of people, they're paying that extra money to come in the gated side because they want peace and quiet. And there's people who ask us, can I have a store with a gated site? Nope, they did not buy, and that's okay with us.
Right.
Right? Can I mine chicken and pig and so? No, you cannot do that. It's a gated community.
Right.
So
you
we
do,
have
you do have
good
established
rules and guidance.
right. You do have established do's and don'ts. That's
Yes.
great to hear. That's great to hear.
Lake, I want you to know one more thing, and I did touch on this. I'm not sure if you know. We have our own well at Mahike Meadows. It has already been dug and capped. And this well will give people pressurized water up to the third floor and treated water.
Mhm.
The same way you and I can drink from the tap in North America, that will be the system of what they can do here. So in helping the environment, what is clogging up Guyana a lot are water bottles all over
Yes.
the place.
So true.
That's the first thing we're helping to avoid in Mahike Meadows. No need for the water bottle. No need for an overhead tank also for you to get water, right? Because it's going to be pressurized and treated water.
Artesian well water. Phenomenal. Phenomenal.
So yes, everybody, there's our ad for Orlando. We're coming on June the 13th. And if you want, you can reach out to us, 289-684-2810. Or you can call me right now in Guyana, 644-6877. Please go to Mahike Meadows and register. Come on down and let's have a couple of hours of meeting each other and exploring the opportunity if Mahike Meadows is for you. I want to thank my brothers, Lake and Trevor, for giving me this opportunity to conversate with all of you. And once again, Lake, I do enjoy your oldies, and it touches the heart sometimes, you know.
Yes.
And
Yes.
we relive our young days. And even though I'm
Absolutely.
in Canada, I always come onto your program, let it play, and you just listen to it. And for a very long time now, I've been listening.
Thank
I
you.
didn't know you were a cricket announcer also. I
Yes,
heard
sir.
that
Yes,
the other
sir.
day
Yes, sir.
on Trevor's program.
Yes, sir.
So nice.
You know, one of the good things that Mahike Meadow offers is the possibility to live comfortably and affordably as compared to US and Canada. You enjoy a higher quality of life for a smaller budget. How can you go wrong?
Correct. Well
And
said.
Blake, you know, you and I know Guyana is not for everybody.
Nope.
We know that. It's an option for people who would like to come, and we are making sure that that option is available. I'm from Quarantine, and I have my lots there, and I know because of the road systems now, I can jump in a car and get to Quarantine, spend the whole day and come back. And the other thing is, the owners are young entrepreneurs who have done well in North America.
Mhm.
And when President Irfan Ali asked for people to come back, both husband and wife sat down and says, you know, it has been our dream, we'd love to do this, why not? And they heed to that call. The gentleman is from Berbice, and the wife is from Canebrook. But they're very, very ethical
Mhm.
business people. And it's a privately owned, nothing to do with the government, privately owned. So he makes his decision based on the quality of what he wants to have at Mahike Meadows.
So let me ask this
we-
question. Let me ask this question, Panditji. You know, leaving a North American lifestyle and repatriating for your golden years into Guyana, one of the probing concerns would be access to affordable health care, right? Did or does Mahike Meadow take into account the need for rapidity in accessing hospitals?
So 10 minutes away from us, New Enmore Hospital.
Mhm.
When we met with the representative of the government, they said to us, listen, we're putting a lot of hospitals all over the place. So it would be redundant for you guys to offer that type of service. Why don't you look in the medical way to offer localized doctors and where, specialists and labs where they can get blood work and so done. Lake, we have a building, 3 floors of one building. We call them the medical building. That we will house. People can have their doctors there. They can do tests there, and we're looking for this whole medical conglomerate outfit to be run by somebody who has been trained in North America.
You hit the nail on the head there.
Yes, yes. We want to, and also, Lake, we are in conversation, lady who's here today. We have not yet done a lot of work in the public with this, but we are bringing a private school to Mahaica Meadows. You see, the owner's children have all gone to private school, and he's very big on that. So, and it's going to be in one of the buildings, going to be in Mahaica Meadows. We're going to have North American teachers to run, and the curriculum will all be accredited. And we're going to work along with the educational system here.
Along the question of quality of life, let us say that John Doe purchases a property with you in Mahaica Meadows after 6, 7 months, or maybe a year, 2 years. John Doe decides, this is not for me. So John Doe decides to sell it back, right?
Yes.
Can he do so without affecting the demands or the rigors in terms of your do's and don'ts for Mahaica Meadows? Because that's where the infiltration will take place.
Yes. So they can sell back just like you own your lot, you have transport, you build your house. I anticipate that there are going to be many resale happening. I want to tell you this, that the most expensive of our lots have increased in value 160% since we started 2 years ago.
So
The lot that we were selling for $5 million is now $10.4 million. And
So
we're
don't
still
you see?
lower.
So don't you envisage the opportunity for investors to come into Mahaica Meadows, purchase several properties, and flip them for monetary gains, thereby affecting the quality of life personalities that was designed by Mahaica Meadows? Don't you see that
So-
coming to play?
Yes, some people might do that. But for the majority of it, majority people bought one lot. And we have a stipulation in the contract that within the first year they have to start building. Your question, many of the other gated communities, there's push. You have a beautiful home, the other guy buys a plot of land and keep it for an upsell, and it's pushing it. They're not allowed to do that at Mahaica Meadows.
That's my point. That's my point. Right? It's very important and pertinent that you get that across, because that is where your demands or your expectations for Mahaica Meadow will water down.
And Lake, there was a girl from New Jersey who was here last September with me. And she asked that question. She said, I would really like to build 5 years from now. Am I allowed to do that? And we had to be honest with her. We said, no, you would not be. She did not buy, and we were okay with that. Because you don't want to be the only person Lake in a street with a house, nobody else can live.
Yes.
Now, here's the other thing that we may very well do. If we have a couple of lots left back, then we will, at that time, build houses on it and sell it, house and land together.
Well, that was
And
going to be
that-
my next question. Will you have that option?
Yes, yes,
I
exactly.
mean, turnkey
So,
processes.
yes.
Now, are you thinking only of houses or you're thinking of condos?
No, we do have a stretch of, let's call it townhomes, but
Mhm.
on the main floor, people will have their business, and on the upstairs, we will custom it for their needs so they can live there.
Mhm.
Then we have a row of townhomes, and they all will be going under the guidelines of condos. Because I think Guyana now is bringing out certain condos regulations which they didn't have before. But and then the industrial area, because there's still a 1 acre block, people might be doing units and rent it out. Those will also go under the condos regulation.
Let's talk
But
recreational facilities. Would
yes,
Maheka Meadow offer recreational facilities like gym, swimming pool?
no, the reason being everybody's lot. A lot is 74 by 110,
Mhm.
very wide. Everybody can be able to put a swimming pool if they want. And you know what, like, one of the things we found out, and me as a real estate broker in Canada, when you have those things, maintenance is very, very, very high. And to take those maintenance back to our people, what we found out is that it would not work, and there are other areas where when your maintenance is high, sometimes they would not pay. So no, the recreational. And here's the other thing. Remember, like I told you, we're having 5 acres of a water park, right? Where people can come with their children, and that recreation will be enjoying it around like a mini splash pad. To that extent is where we're gonna go, and then we'll have the 11 acres, 2 different areas of green space, cricket ground, soccer field, and all of those. But to have like a gym and pool, no, we're not going to be having that.
So Maheka Meadow does offer slow pace back to roots lifestyle, particularly for retirees and all the people from the Guyanese diaspora in North
Yes.
America.
What we want to do when you come off the plane at Jaglall Airport and you come into Mahika Meadows and you wake up in the morning, you have the necessities and the luxury of your home as you do in North America. And when you open your doors and come outside, it's all palm trees that you're able to enjoy an environment, both indoor and outdoor, beautifully done. Not like if you go, like if I go in my village now, it's a lot of bush. That's not going to happen at my.
Mhm.
Awesome. So, guys, if
And
you join
our
us,
tagline
we're
says,
speaking with
Mahika
Mr.
Meadows elevate your lifestyle.
Absolutely.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you're joining us now, we are actually chatting with Mr. Joe Jaglall from the Mahika Meadows. We have our special guest host here, Mr. Lake Persaud. I've had the pleasure of sitting here listening to these guys talk for the past 20 minutes. I'm enjoying every single moment. You guys have great chemistry. I think I got to get you guys on the show together. And another thing too, Joe, what's happening? Me and Lake's officially on the CARICOM Business Network now. So look forward to having some of your content from Mahika Meadows on the Indian Melody Time show with Mr. Lake Persaud. He's actually on there every Sunday from 1 to 3 o'clock. I put his information on there. He's actually streaming live also on 1240 AM, the WGBB radio, and also 95.9 FM. So your content's now gonna, hit the hemisphere with Lake. He has quite a few following. The guy's been on here like forever. I saw a comment earlier. Someone said, let me bring up that comment. That was funny. I wanted to mention it, but you guys were just going too fast. Let me go ahead and pull it up. Mr. Lake, tell me if this is true. Look at the comments. Is this true? From Krishna.
Oh yeah, yes.
Mr. Lake, you're a good kite maker.
Well, I made a kite for him. He was a young boy, my neighbor actually. I taught him in school as well. He was a very
cool.
quiet child, and yes, I made his life happy.
Look at that. Every time Lake comes on the show, we learn something new about him.
And for those of us listening to us for the first time, have my word in saying to you, do not miss this Sunday. Listen to him. He's got a mind of bringing out good selection of good, those golden old melodies and also songs from yesteryear. And sometimes the newer ones too. A
Yes.
beautiful mix for a Sunday afternoon. And I will say, listen to Lake, and you would never stop listening to him
You see,
from New
what
York.
what you have alluded to makes me remember the purpose of being in good company, right? कोई जब राह न पाए मेरे संग आए
मेरे
कि
संग
पग
आए,
पग दीप जलाई मेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार, right?
कोई जब राह न पाए मेरे संग आए कि पग पग दीप जलाए मेरे दोस्ती तेरा प्यार मेरे दोस्ती मेरा प्यार old is gold. What can I
Yes.
say?
That's
In
one of my favorite
actuality,
songs.
what Panditji just sang there, it says when someone is down and out, you do not shirk him away, bring him into your ambit, brighten up his light. Ki
Yes.
pag pag deep jalai, brighten up his everyday, every step. And in so doing, you can say, my friend is my love.
Yes.
Mahaika Meadow is playing an active part in brightening our golden years by offering
Right.
us all the opportunities, all the conveniences of a North American
Right.
lifestyle in a Guyana atmosphere. Of course, at a price that you can readily accede to. You can cash out or you can do your local financing, but you
Yes.
can enjoy America in Guyana. Put it that way.
That's the concept. That is the concept.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So I want to thank you both, and I want to thank all the hardworking members around the world, workers at Mahaica Meadows Lake. We do have lots of farm workers. We currently have about 125 people working Mahaica Meadows, and we have some amazing workers from Canada. These gentlemen, and two names are, one is Robert, one is Ricky. These people have the quality of workmanship is amazing, and they chose to come and live over here and build the homes for our people. We and Mahaica Meadows feel that we are so blessed by the quality of the people that we have. So I would love. I think I'm going to be in New York on May 23rd weekend. I'm not sure where your program is late, but I would love to come and be part of your program next, because within 2 weeks we're going to be in Orlando. If I can have the opportunity to maybe speak to your audience and let them
Absolutely.
know maybe they have families in Orlando that they can tell them about.
Absolutely, Trev will make it happen.
Thank you.
We'll patch you in just like we're doing today, and I'll make that dream of yours come through. Because you are
Thank you.
actually playing a vital part in allowing people who are desirous of remigrating to their homeland. You're offering them that avenue. You can take the horse to the well, but you cannot force the horse to drink, right? You're offering them an opportunity.
That is
And
very
with
well
Trevor,
said.
anything is possible.
True that. Listen, that's exactly the vision. Like you said it so perfectly, Mr. Lee. So Joe, that's exactly what you're doing. Like I couldn't elaborate, but Mr. Lee hit it directly on the head. You are actually providing a safe haven. Like back in the day, everyone was going to Florida. Now there's a better option. It's back to Guyana, the #1 growing economy in the world, and Mahaica Meadows, all the amenities you're accustomed to. That over the years you've spent in the United States, Canada, or the rest of the world, you can actually go back to Guyana and enjoy those same amenities. You don't have to downgrade. It might even be an upgrade.
Well, look at it this way. What is $1 today might be $10 tomorrow. So the
True.
price that Joe is offering today, 5 years from now, it may be 5 times that amount. So you have to step on board.
And it's proof. He has the proof to back it up. People who have bought back in the day, the money has gone up. So, guys, if you're joining us right now, we're actually speaking with Mr. Joe Jaglall from the Mahika Meadows team. I just want to go ahead and let me get this out here. I just want to go ahead and let you guys know that there's going to be a huge event in Orlando, Saturday the 13th of June, 2026. It's actually going to start at 12 p.m. It's going to be an event where you can come see all the great things that the Mahika Meadows are going to be putting forward. This is going to have some food catered event, basically from 12 to 2. The way to get in is to go to mahikameadows.com and sign up. It is a form right on their website. You go ahead and put your information in there. It's a catered event, so they're trying to make things very organized and diplomatic. But even if you don't sign up for whatever reason and you do show up, they will try their best to accommodate you. But let's try to avoid that. They're actually going to be located at 5959 West Colonial Drive in Orlando, Florida. The zip code's 32808. And that's going to be Saturday, June the 13th of 2026, starting time at 12 to 2 p.m.
Phenomenal.
Thank you.
Joe, I am planning to be in Guyana in the end of June. Are you going to be around then?
I will be there. I'll be here, my brother. I'll be here. Absolutely.
Yeah, we got to catch
Can
up.
you give us the honor of giving you a tour at Mahika Meadows?
Well, I will be coming, and I will probably make it a must.
Excellent. Excellent.
In that way,
I want-
seeing is believing,
Yes.
So
I
that
want
I
to
could-
make a last comment, if I can, Reverend.
Of course, of
Absolutely.
course. Go ahead.
For me, our brother Lake Singh is the new Ishri Singh.
The name is Persaud, Lake Persaud.
Lake Persaud, sorry, my bad. I
You
know
know,
Lake Singh.
I worked alongside Ishri Singh, and
Yes.
he did tell me, let me see, about 6 years ago, we met at a reunion, and he said, Lake, I want to tell you something. Do you know that together he had 64 years in broadcasting, and at that time, combined between Guyana and over here, I had close to 40. Yeah? He said we are over 100 years in broadcasting.
Yes.
You know, and,
Wow, amazing.
so
Yeah, that was a voice with Indian Memory album.
Yes.
Now, so when I always listen to you, that's where my mind goes. But take it as a compliment, brother.
I thank you very kindly. As a matter of fact, I had spoken to Trevor. I have in mind, both Trevor and I want to do a Monday night evening program from 8:30. Remember Ayub Hamid?
Yes.
I want to revive that spirit too, to
Beautiful.
bring nostalgia where it belongs, into the lap and the minds of the people.
Excellent. Excellent.
Awesome. I'm gonna do
Well, Joe, it
whatever
was
I can to
certainly a
make it
pleasure.
reality.
It
Thank
was
you,
certainly a
both gentlemen,
pleasure.
for having me on. It has been a blessing, and I hope our paths will cross many, many times more to come. Blessings to all of us.
Absolutely, and I like that when you put your palms together and say Namaskar. I see the light in you. God bless you.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Fantastic. Gentlemen, it's really been a pleasure. Thank you so much, Joe, for taking the time out of your busy schedule, even though you're all the way in Guyana. And I look forward to meeting you when you do come in May to New York. I mean, Mr. Lake will definitely,
Yes.
make it happen.
I will
Thank you for
avail
your time.
myself. I will avail
Thank
myself.
you.
There we go.
I'm actually coming to officiate at the wedding ceremony.
Phenomenal.
So, and Sunday's the reception, but I'm going to make sure before the reception, I'm being able to be with you.
Beautiful.
Fantastic. And
Beautiful.
I also want to thank you, Mr. Lake Persaud, for taking the time on your busy schedule. I know you had a packed day, but I appreciate you hopping on the show, for a time to speak with Mr. Joe Jaglall. And I just want to give a shout out to the entire Mahika Meadows team. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'll let you take us away, Mr. Lake.
Well, it was certainly a pleasure to share this past hour with my brother Pandit Joe Jaglall, and I know he's a notable notoriety in terms of Hindu religious epithets, and more so, he's a very experienced real estate broker and developer. To be afforded this privilege to share the hour with you is a blessing beyond my wildest dreams. God bless you, and may all your endeavors be crowned with the successes you so much rightfully deserve. इसलिए मैं आपको
Well said.
शुक्रिया
Excellent words. I second that. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Have a great evening and a wonderful week ahead. See you guys next week, Tuesday, same time, same place. Good evening.
Bye.
Calculus is hard because it is different. It introduces completely new concepts, such as the limit, the derivative, and the